Hey guys, today we're going to be breaking down the Zenkai Awakening for LF Super Saiyan 3 Dragon Fist Goku. We also, of course, have Ultra Broly's Platinum equipment. And then we should have some other equipment as well. I think we're at least going to get a new co-op equip, so we'll see what we got. This was a major app update, so I'm probably going to be doing a separate video going through all of the changes that we received during this app update. I usually like to do that whenever we get a new app update because I think it gives, you know, people who don't want to go through the news themselves something to watch, and I think people like to do that actually. So we'll start off by going through Dragon Fist. So I have his old kit pulled up in the background. Let's go ahead and see what we got. So he's an LF character. We've gotten some pretty good LF Zenkais recently. I think out of the 6th anniversary LF Zenkais, Gogeta, or not Gogeta, what am I saying? Broly. I wish we had Gogeta. I don't know why they didn't give Gogeta one. Broly probably is the least impactful, but Broly's still good. Kid Buu and Zamasu are just on almost a different level. They're so insane. I would doubt that this Goku's going to be as good as either of those characters. And I'm going to be honest with you guys, I don't really think this Goku's positioned well. The thing that makes this character so effective, at least prior to seeing what he does post Zenkai, is the drop combo ultimate, which can just simply be countered by Gogeta's gauge. So we'll see. Yeah, that's a lot of strike attack. So he's going to be over, what is that? We got to subtract 13k. He's going to be at 293,000 strike attack. He's going to be 274,000 blast, 190k strike defense, and then 186k blast defense. Remember, this character does already have a pretty good unique equipment, so that is something to remember. Let's go ahead and check out his blue card. Again, I have this pulled up in the PC here. All right, so massive damage. So the damage buff goes up from 20% to 30%. Cancels on attribute downgrades in normal conditions. That's the same. If unique gauge is full, inflicts all enemies with no switching for 3 subcounts. Okay, so that is the same. So the only thing that changes on this is the damage goes from 20% to 30%. Nothing insane. The green card is, of course, a stop time. Draws a strike arts card next. So the key goes from 40 to 50. 25% damage for 20 counts is the same. If unique gauge is full, applies the following effects to self. Restores health by 10%, and then draws 1 card when you have 3 or fewer cards is actually a new effect. So he's going to be drawing 2 cards if you have the full unique gauge. I mean, sure, I wouldn't really call that insane, but it's nice to get an extra card from it if you need it. All right, this is the big one. Dragon Fist, supreme damage. So this goes from 40% to 50%. He already has 100%. Endurance nullification. And then, of course, blast armor. If unique gauge is full, he goes type neutral for 3 counts. Yeah, so the only thing that changes on this is it goes from 40 to 50% damage. I didn't really think they were going to change too much about the actual ultimate itself because it's already doing a lot. 100% sustained damage cut penetration is really, really good. And then, of course, it going type neutral. Like, this is the signature move of this character is the Dragon Fist, the drop combo Dragon Fist tech. When this guy first came out, that's what made him so good. Okay, let's proceed to the main ability here. Main ability. Randomly destroys one of your own cards and draws the ultimate card Dragon Fist next. By the way, that is definitely something that I like about Dragon Fist that I think is actually better than Purple Ultimate Gohan, because Purple Ultimate Gohan also has a similar drop combo ultimate attack because he removes the enemy vanishing gauge. The fact that Dragon Fist destroys a card and draws ultimate is actually very, very good, because Ultimate Gohan, a lot of times, if you don't like plan ahead and you go for the drop combo ultimate tech, a lot of times you'll like stall the main ability for half a second to drop the combo or whatever you do, and you'll actually like have a full hand and you'll draw the ultimate and it like won't enter your hand. So I do like the fact that Dragon Fist is destroying a card to draw the ultimate. Restores own health by 30% and ki by 50. That's the same. 30% damage inflicted for 30 counts. That is the same. Card draw speed by 1 level for 20 counts. Wow, that goes up from 15 counts. That's a giant buff. Why'd they even bother? And then applies buff effect, nullifies enemies, destroy card effects to sell for 5 counts. That could be good. So if like you don't want to go for the drop combo ultimate tech, and instead you just go for like a drop combo into a longer combo into the ultimate, you don't have to worry about the opponent destroying your ultimate. So I could see this have some value, but it's not like a massive buff to this or anything like that. If your unique gauge is full, he restores his own vanishing gauge by 100%, and of course removes the enemy's vanishing gauge. Cancels own attribute downgrades and rule conditions. That is also new. That is good, because if you're like paralyzed or something and you try and go for the drop combo tech, you can get paralyzed. You pretty much just instantly lose the match. So I actually do like the fact that they gave him this. All right, Zenkai ability. I am going to assume that they gave him green movies because we're in the middle of a movie celebration, and we actually don't have a green movie Zenkai buffer that buffs strike attack, I think. Let's see. Yeah, it is green movies. Okay, that makes sense. This is going to be a good bench character, man. This is a massive bench character. Look at this, because he's giving 3% strike arts damage for Sun Family, 38% to strike blast attack, and he's also giving this. Like, this is an insane, absolutely insane bench character. Ridiculous. All right, let's take a look at his uniques. 90% damage, that's the same. Reduced damage received by 70%, that goes up from 60. Okay, so actually giving him 70, that's pretty good for a Zenkai character. 30% to key recovery, looks like that is new. Card draw speed is the same. -5 to strike arts cost is the same. Applies the following effects itself when this character enters the battlefield. Draws a strike arts card next. That's not new, is it? I guess it is. He never drew a card on entry before. That is actually very big. I don't know why I thought he did. Yeah, him drawing a strike card on entry is actually really big because it will it'll much more easily allow you to fill the gauge up. Just reliably drawing a card when you enter the battlefield like this. 30 keys the same, 30% damage is the same, cover null for 10 counts is the same, activates. Oh, they actually made it 3 times, twice. Okay, that is a significant buff. So after this guy received his unique equipment, I don't really think you really often had issues getting the gauge filled up after 2 priorities. But it could be different now with Gogeta existing, right? This guy having cover null a lot of times won't even matter if you're going to be comboing Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, who's going to stop your combo anyway. So I actually really do like the fact that they gave him 3 charges of the cover null instead of just 2. That can matter in a meta that's dominated by Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta. Nullifies unfavorable element factors for damage sustained for 10 counts. Activates 3 times. Okay, that is new. So he's going to be type neutral defensively. Yeah, I mean, we'll see if they give him any kind of like disrupt or something, but 70% reduced damage received plus type neutral. We'll see. Charges own unique gauge by 100% when this character uses a strike or a blast arts card if there are 2 defeated battle members. Activates once. Yeah, that's the same. I mean, Last Man Standing, Dragon Fist, never really been a huge fan of that, but at least he has the ability to make a comeback. Knocks enemy back to long range, cover change against perform their strike, combo with the blue card, applies the following effects itself every time this character uses a strike or a blast arts card. 3% health, 5 key, 10% damage for 10 counts, and then 5% to ultimate damage inflicted for up to 6 times. Okay, so all those things are the same, nothing changed there. Slightly charges own unique gauge every time this character uses a strike or a blast arts card while this character's in the battlefield. Applies the following effects itself once unique gauge is full, activates once. Restores health by 20%. Oh. 15% damage is new. He did not have that prior. Enhances special move, enhances special arts. Yeah, we already know all that. Okay, I mean, his damage probably is going to be pretty good. 90%, 30%, 120. 135, plus he's stacking 10%. I'm assuming he's going to get some kind of damage here. We'll see. All right, here are the new unique abilities. Applies the following effects to enemy when this character lands a strike or a blast arts hit. Steals 1 enemy card slot randomly up to 1 slot simultaneously for 10 counts. Inflicts attribute downgrade, 5% of damage received for 5 counts. Applies the following effects itself when an enemy performs a cover change while this character is on the battlefield. 30 key and 20% damage. I mean, that will get factored into his ultimate damage. If they switch when you're doing the ultimate, the drop combo ultimate. Following effects occur when changing cover. Restores health by 10%, activates 3 times, randomly destroys 1 enemy card, and then randomly destroys 1 enemy card once. -1 to arts card draw speed to all enemies. Applies the following effects to self when this character enters the battlefield according to the number of defeated battle members. 1 or more members restores health by 10%, and then 2 members nullifies enemies' special actions activating changing cover for 10 counts. They tried to make him like a well-rounded unit when that's not really what he is. They went all in on like defense here. And then they gave him a lot of defense. Well, this isn't really... This is kind of just like I'm not a huge fan of this unique ability. This one isn't really doing much. Yeah, I thought he would get more damage, honestly. It looks like they're just going all in on the Dragon Fist drop combo ultimate tech, which I guess makes sense, but after looking at this kit, he definitely feels more like a gimmick character than anything else. I don't know, we'll see. I certainly don't think he'll be on the same level as like Kid Buu or Zamasu. Probably not on the same level as Broly. Broly is like a wild card though, but we'll see. All right, let's move on to some equipment. If nothing else though, he is going to be a stupid bench character. It's going to be insane, him on the bench. All right. We have a few big equipment here. This is the new co-op equip. Is that Dragon Fist and Tapion? It's hard to tell once it starts to load. I can't even... that looks like Tapion on the right. Oh, no, it's Broly. I thought his red, like I don't even know what this is. A kilt? Like, what is that? Broly's kilt or Broly's pants? Looks like Tapion's mohawk for a second. All right, this is powerful opponent and sagas from the movies. Okay, they added a little thing here. I guess it's part of the update. Powerful opponent and sagas from the movies. So every Broly, Bojack, Ultra Golden Frieza, any movie boss character, Turles. Health by 10%, health restoration by 10%. Off to a good start. Base strike defense and blast defense 15%. And then 12% to pure strike defense and blast defense if episode sagas from the movies other than this character is a battle member. And then powerful opponent, slot 3. So it's just a purely defensive equipment. This is a pretty good defensive equipment, though. You're pretty much getting everything you could want as a defensive character with this. This is clearly designed for Ultra Broly. We're about to take a look at his platinum equipment. All right, let's see. All right, there it is. Let me just quickly double check and make sure there's nothing else that we're getting here. I don't think we're going to get a new Awakened equipment, right? Because it just reset. Yeah, okay. So let's go ahead and see what this Broly platinum equipment looks like here. Of course, this is for the Purple Ultra Legendary Super Saiyan Bro. This is actually going to be This is movie 8 Broly. So this is movie 8 Broly. We just got an LF movie 10 Broly. So they're kind of representing both iterations of Z Broly in the celebration, which is kind of cool. It is the Broly Festival or whatever, right? All right, let's see what they gave him. 20% health, 50% to base strike and blast attack, and base strike and blast defense. All right, so 50% to all base stats and 20% health. That's pretty good. I mean, slot 1, I'll take it. Following effects occur once unique gauge is full. Randomly destroys 1 enemy card. Restores on health by 10%. 25% damage inflicted. And then charges on unique gauge by 50% upon landing a special arts hit. Huh. Okay, I actually probably will... I should pull up Ultra Broly... just like on the side here. So let me just read off what Broly is doing when his unique gauge is filled up here. So obviously you guys know he reduces enemy vanishing gauge to 0% 4 times. So when his unique gauge fills up, I'm going to combine these effects. So I'll read the unique gauge filling up as though you're using this equipment. So his unique gauge fills up. He's reducing enemy vanishing gauge to 0%, reducing enemy ki by 30, randomly destroying 2 enemy cards, reducing enemies' Dragon Balls by 1, restoring own health by 25%. He's getting cover null for 10 counts, canceling own attribute downgrades, and he's getting 25% damage inflicted. That's a lot. That is a lot. And then he also is getting, like I said, 50% to his unique gauge upon landing a special arts hit. The reason why that is really, really good is because his special arts, his green card, on hit, inflicts no switching. This is, so far from what we've seen from this Broly's Platinum equipment, this is the most interesting line of the equipment so far. Charges own unique gauge by 50% upon landing a special arts hit. And the reason why it's so good is because if you at least have 50% of your unique gauge filled up when you land the green card, you're going to inflict no switching. And then remember, Broly removes the enemy's vanishing gauge when you fill up his unique gauge. So you're going to inflict no switching, and they're going to be they're going to have no vanish. So if you're fighting a character that doesn't have endurance, doesn't have indestructible or revive or any of those rising rush defensive mechanics, you can simply just rush immediately. And they can't do anything about it because they can't switch and they have no vanish. So that is a very interesting way to design this. I kind of do like it, although it can be pretty toxic. We'll see. We'll see. All right, let's see what slot 3 looks like here. Applies the following effects itself when changing cover. Charges own unique gauge by 20% when changing cover, huh? That is basically like 1 hit. I think it takes 5 hits to get Broly's gauge built up, which is the main problem with the character. Remember, it takes Super Baby 2 3 hits max. It could be 1 blue and 1 regular attack too to get his gauge filled up. It's the same style unique gauge. So for Broly to take 5, that is just way too much. So that is good that he's doing this. Nullifies unfavorable element factors for 15 counts. Okay, so he's going to be type neutral versus yellow. Unlocked at 7 stars. Once again, I will just continue to say I think this is very stupid that they're locking a lot of the better abilities behind stars. 60% to damage inflicted, -5 to own arts costs, and then applies the following effects to self once unique gauge is full. Okay, we're doing more stuff. Charges unique gauge by 50%, activates once. And then applies buff effect, nullifies enemies, destroy card effects for 15 counts. Huh. So he's filling up the unique gauge and immediately getting 50% to it being charged right away. That's pretty good. So a lot of unique gauge charge manipulation with this equipment. I feel like this could be pretty annoying, actually. I'm trying to figure out what the purpose is behind the nullify destroyed card effects when you fill your unique gauge up. I don't really know why he has that. Unless I'm missing this could be a very obvious reason and I'm just not thinking of it. So you are being attacked, your unique gauge fills up, you destroy the opponent's cards and remove their vanish. And then you are immune to destroy card effects. I assume what they want you to do is they want you to immediately counterattack, and then like in that combo where you're counterattacking, you're gonna have cover null and you're gonna have the inability for your opponent to destroy your cards, I guess. I'm not really a huge fan of that nullify destroy card effects thing there. I think that should have been like something else. You know what that should have been? That should have been reduces damage received from like impact damage by 10% or something. A lot of characters have been getting that recently, where they have 70% reduced damage received, but then on top of that they have an additional like 10% reduced damage received from certain damage types. This Broly desperately needs like more bulk, I think. I could still see this Broly easily getting crushed. Like Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta is still gonna one-shot this guy with an ultimate. Like let's be realistic here. But he's certainly going to be a lot better with this equipment, so that is worth mentioning. All right, well, there we go. That is going to be the breakdown. We talked about Zenkai LF Dragon Fist. We talked about the Broly Platinum equipment. We talked about the unique equipment. Let me know what you guys think down below. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you all in the next one.